All right, this is great. You're motivated, you've had enough, you're ready for the transformation. You're just going to overhaul your whole life, adapt a whole heap of new habits because you're in the mood. That's it. It's done. It's dusted. The new you is here. Now, before you go rushing off, expecting way too much of yourself, ending up in a state of despair and feeling like you've just totally burnt yourself out because what you're trying to create is so far removed from your current reality, I just want you to remember how that has worked for you in the past. Has overhauling your life all at once been successful? Now, I'm going to take a punt that given that you're here and that you're overhauling yourself again, then probably not, right? And don't worry, that's exactly what I used to do. I used to dump in a diet and I'd be like, that's it. From now on, I'm going to start exercising consistently. I'm going to eat really well. I'm going to stop socializing. I'm going to give up the alcohol. I'm never eating sugar again because I've made a decision. I need to lose this weight. I had 20 kilos to lose. I had a fair bit of weight to lose. And the approach that I had of overhauling it at once kept me in that fad dieting cycle. The problem with being stuck in that cycle is that you actually get really scared of failing again. So you're actually more reluctant to commit to it because you think, well, if I've done it 20 times before and it's never worked for me, what are the odds of it working now? And you're absolutely right. If you keep doing the same thing and trying to overhaul yourself all at once, it's probably not going to work. Now, of course, we can maintain motivation for a period of time, and most people can do that. They can overhaul their life for 2, maybe 3 weeks if they're really lucky. But the problem is that the task is so big. There's so much that they're trying to change at once that they actually end up just burning themselves out. It creates this attitude of, I don't give a damn. I haven't got time for this and I can't keep this up. Now, ladies, I don't have to tell you this, but lives and habits aren't changed overnight. They're not even changed over 2 weeks. In fact, the 6-week challenge is not going to get you the results because you need longer than that. You've got to commit to the changes for 40 years. That takes a lot of time and a lot of work. And I'm not going to say it's going to take you 40 years to get to your ultimate self, but you've got to be committed for that long. This is why I want you to keep it small. I want you to break it down to small tasks that you can manage from day to day. Pick one habit that you know that if you did it consistently, it would change your life. It would change your mental, physical health over the next 12 months. Just one habit. Imagine if you're consistent with just that one. Being consistent with just one new habit improves your self-esteem. You feel so much better about yourself. Also, it quits that fear of failing attitude because suddenly you're committed. You're doing it. You're not failing. You're succeeding. You feel amazing. And so of course you want to stick at it. So the reason why I want you to keep it small, just pick one habit, is because you've got to remember that we have a limited ability to be able to do the things that we don't want to do. If we don't want to get up in the morning, we don't want to exercise, we don't want to be putting pressure on ourselves to also doing meal planning, also doing prepping, also doing meditation, managing our stress, managing the kids better, cooking better foods for everybody, on top of everything else that we're managing. It takes time. You actually have to build up a foundation of time management skills, have a daily routine and a personal standard in order to manage your health. It's not just a decision that can be made. It takes time to build those skills. So to start the process of building the skills, just pick one habit. What's the habit that's going to have the greatest impact? Focus on that. And then what I want you to do is I want you to give yourself credit for the changes that you're making. Rather than feeling like, oh, I should be doing more and this is never enough and I'm never going to get results at this rate, be proud of the fact that you're doing the one. Isn't it better than none? So when I talk about rewards, I'm not talking about external rewards. I'm not talking about you going and getting a manicure or a pedicure. I'm talking about you speaking kindly to yourself in your head, telling yourself that what you're doing is going to make a difference in the long run, giving yourself a pat on the back and being kind to yourself, because that's what will push you to do it again. And when we start to acknowledge our progress and small victories along the way, we suddenly realize that our efforts can actually influence our world. We can make a difference, even if it is just one habit at a time.